Good morning, Roy. How you doing this lovely, Wednesday morning? Is it
Yeah,
Wednesday?
good morning. Yeah, it's Wednesday, hump day.
I forget what day it is now.
Time's flying this week, actually. I can't believe it's already Wednesday.
Yeah, I was messed up when we had the issues on Monday. I thought all day yesterday was Monday.
Yeah, and that stream yesterday flew by. I don't know for you if it did, but for me, it
Yeah,
really flew by.
yeah.
So,
Woke up.
so
We're everybody that joined this morning. You can see we are in a trade. We had a candle by candle that formed right here on this one, so we got in pretty quick. So up 150 bucks. We got our take profit here at 1,000. So if we can get that, it'd be great. We'd like to move down some so we can start moving. We can start trailing down this stop loss and see if we can get any money out of this. We're risking 375 to make 1,000, so almost a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So I can live with that.
and I'm in it as well. I've got a combine that's about 200 bucks away from passing, so I won't ride it as long as MC, but I got I got some skin in the game. See if we can't get over the line on that one.
Yeah, yeah. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see how it plays out.
So one thing we've noticed, we've had quite a bit of this kind of trend down overnight happening lately. So we're more mindful of this heading into
Yeah,
today.
yeah. You got to watch. It's been doing this. Then we've been getting reversal at open.
Hmm.
So there's your little zone there, or you could do a bigger zone here. So actually got a couple trend zones working out right at the same time. If you had one here overnight, then it broke, came back and retested. I mean, this is what gets me. Look at this. So let's say you did this last night. You
Mm.
broke it, retested, rejected down perfect. So me and Roy is also talking about if you look, any of you guys that do trade Globex, if you want to trade candle by candle is extremely good overnight. It seems like so. You just have to keep your take profits a little tighter.
Yeah, you can't expect a big move off of it, but it is really a good strategy for those that like to trade overnight.
And anybody that is in a trade, if you look, CVD negative, almost negative 14,000. It's been building all night. You can see that we're in a huge cluster. 6 and one and a half a dozen other which way we go. I do need to zoom out a little bit. We're a little tight there. I don't think we're going to 6,900 today. If we do, I hope we get a piece of it. Hope we get a piece of it if that is the case.
Forgot to share my screen. Let me get that up and running real quick. The gonna go through some Mag 7 like we like to do. Not surprised, you're probably going to get a lot of these being red. So Apple down 0.8%, Nvidia down 0.75%. I didn't know that was allowed. Apparently it is. Microsoft up 0.75%. That
When
one
they
was,
decided to play, didn't they?
man, I mean, I've been privately pounding the table for a couple weeks, and then on the stream, I've been saying that thing is ready to pop when it wants to. It's gonna run. Google flat, Amazon basically flat. It's gonna fight that 190 a bit. Um, Meta flat. It's down 0.06. Well, Tesla still flat, still battling. They've got
Earnings.
yeah. So we'll see. That's a name we're going to watch today because you want to see if there's positive momentum into these earnings as far as how users are how traders are viewing the earnings. Are they scared? Are they confident? So I'm gonna keep an eye on Tesla today. We'll bounce back and forth. Going back to our trusted ES, making sure the trade looks okay. So far, so good. VIX, no surprise here overnight. It just kind of trended up, but still under 19. Still need that VIX to pop up if you're going to get some substantial move down. Here's your big one, Dixie, up 0.39%. I believe there was some yen news overnight, but I need to verify that. I was reading it in some of my various channels that I'm in, but I will confirm that later. Let's see. How's my Oxy doing? Yeah, slight red. So that is a quick wrap up on the market. Flip back over to the trade. See, we're slightly green on it. And you're doing 3 lots. Is that right? If I'm reading that right.
Correct.
And are you scaling at all, or are you just
On this one now, we just want to trail and see what we can get out of it. So
good deal?
Top gainers this morning, you had CNSP, VRAX, LRHC. I don't know any of these. EPTA. That's your big gainers. Whoever CNSP, they're a pharmaceutical company. They're a penny stock, but they're up 107%.
Wow.
Top losers are Alto Neuroscience, ENSC. Nothing really that stands out. I'm just scrolling through the things. Any of you, looks like a lot of penny stocks are both popping and dropping. So you look at the top gainers, they're all penny stocks, every single one of them.
Yeah, I'm actually going to flip over. This is a good list. Here's your NASDAQ top gainers. You've got it's always going to be some sort of biotechs and pharmaceutical companies, but some old names there. Funware.
Yeah, there you go.
Up 22%. Pre-market. I think this list is delayed a little bit, but so here's your losers. Nobody's really flying out. Let's see. Let's go to NICE. Spirit up 30%. I'm gonna guess that's an earning. Or no, they probably. I don't know. Look at that. Spirit's up 30%.
Yeah, they're coming through their supposed bankruptcy stuff they're going through, which Chapter 11, anybody doesn't know, Chapter 11 just reorganizes your debt, so you can stay solvent and do your stuff. Hey, good morning, Wake for the Zone. How we doing this wonderful Wednesday morning?
Oh, Letty's here too. Good morning, Led.
Good morning, Led. Looking through, let's see if we see any. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Roy.
No, you're good. I was gonna say this one's always tickled me. AutoZone, just $2,800 for AutoZone, down 10%. So I'm assuming they had earnings of some sort.
Yes, they did.
Led coming to save the day. Saves up because of a buyout talks are back on.
There you go.
All right. So most active there. So we'll flip back over to the charts.
Yeah, I've got a different little news tab. So it just says going through GM clings to its first in-class status. Okay. Bowman reports third quarter results. They did that this morning. AMC Holdings to host third quarter 2024 earnings webcast for all you apes out there in the world. I know you will be watching that. Crazy. Tesla expected to post lower profit on higher sales in Q3. That's a big one to watch out for there.
As we wait for this play to turn out, I'm gonna do a little flip here, since we're talking about penny stocks and movers and all that, and the market hasn't opened. I'm gonna switch over to crypto. This is for old Letty here. I'm gonna show the GOAT chart. So the GOATsis of Maximus. Do your own research here. It's in a beautiful research play. Hit 800 million market cap this morning. It has now reversed its back, but that makes that AI agent a multi-millionaire, not just a millionaire, the first ever AI agent to be a millionaire. So all sorts of things we're watching this morning.
Fun.
So where's your target for the downside here? You're looking at these orders that are stacked, but just basically exactly right. Just basically doing a trade based on order book.
Yeah, I'm looking, man. I'm waiting for it to. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm hoping it comes flushes down. If you look over here on the right, you see these 359. I'm hoping it flushes down down to there. Oh, excuse me. But we are, like I said, we're risking 375. So would love for this thing to start to break down so I can move this stop down and get it in the profit so we're guaranteed some money, but we'll see what happens. And don't forget, as always, you got on here Topstep, you got US Homes at 9 a.m. That is probably going to be a market mover. So if we are in a trade, unless you want to gamble, I would suggest that you are not in one at that moment. And then we can go back to the Trader Hub. Let's see what else we got today. See, we got Bowman speaks at 8. So you got Bowman speaking now. You got at 8:45, you have a rate statement from the BOC and the rate decision. That could actually move our market to right before existing home sales. So you got a lot actually happen right there. Any of you crude traders, you got gasoline inventories and stuff at 9:30, crushing inventories. So that's all been. We got barking at 11. Who knows what they're going to say? And then, of course, our typical bond auctions today. So be careful around the lunchtime time frame. If you are trading there, you do not want to get caught with your pants down on that one, because that definitely can and probably will move the market. We're going to move this stop down to, we're going to move it to break even on top of that candle. Guys, here's my thought process right now. If it breaks this candle, we're going to get a bullish candle by candle. So if it breaks there, there's no sense to save the trade anymore. No need to keep it up here and risk anything. So this is now a risk-free trade. Hadn't made any money, but we haven't lost any money. So
I just hit my take profit, so that combine has been passed. Hooray!
what'd you get out of it?
200.
Good job. So you passed the combine?
Passed combine. It's
Hey.
in the books. It's locked. So
And now it looks like
that one
might take us out here. It's okay if it does. If it does, there is plenty of opportunities throughout the day. Also, something else me and Roy talked about. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade this or not. We're going to look at. If you notice, I think it was yesterday, we missed a lot of moves on the candle by candle because it wouldn't come all the way back up. So what I suggested we do, like let's say you get this candle here, right? You go on and enter half when this next candle opens, and then if it pops back up, you enter half again. Then you're in full and you keep your stop still above this candle. So that way you're not missing a move, and then you're still not putting a ton on risk if you do that. So
yeah, after our stream, there actually was a beautiful candle by candle, a few of them actually. But the one, if you want to, I can actually see if I can scroll back in my chart and show it. Find it exactly where it was.
by the way, CBD's over negative 14,000. So Just something to keep an eye on. This has been building all night long. So, was that your stomach?
That was my stomach.
My goodness, that was loud.
It's a good mic.
Yeah. We got the same mic. Wow. Okay.
There's some noises I can control, and there's others I just can't.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to control your stomach growling. That's kind of only.
So, I think I found it. Here is it was this cluster right here that kind of showed it. But see this kind of bullish candle here. It came back down. I entered it halfway through the candle, took a little heat on it, kept my stop under VWAP, and then got excited, went to lunch, and it just would have paid handsomely. It just never was in doubt. So then you flip over and you see this kind of setup.
Well, if you look back there, I mean, you had it.
Yeah.
As soon as you would have got out of that one, you had a bearish one right there.
Yeah, right there. So you didn't get quite up, but you got a little ways.
Well, like if you look, hold on. Look at the bottom of your candle.
Yep.
That green candle. Look at the bottom of that green candle. The one that engulfed.
Oh, this
one in the engulfed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you had this big bearish engulfing, right?
Yeah.
And this next one came up and tested right around that in that wick and then rejected.
Yep.
So you had a few of them right there that was perfect.
So then you play it down. Let's say you play it to this stop. So you get a few points out of that. Then you had this guy.
Yeah.
But you didn't quite get a retest here. And then, yeah, it's just, I mean, obviously this is the end of the day. So candle by candle in the last 10 minutes is just, it's a bit spicy. Probably invalidated, really, with all the orders. But
we're going to $112 now. It might stop us out here, but there it goes. That's fine. $100.
Yay.
Could have been worse, could have been better, but getting close to open, I didn't really want to take a chance on it popping all the way back up. Because a lot of times what we see is when you see this trend down open, we get a pop, right? And then everything corrects back. So got to be careful with it. So I'm $100. It's on a combine. Is that going to pass you a combine? No. But guess what it's going to do? It's going to keep me from failing the combine.
And I think it's also important to get off on the right foot, that you're not behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
We've done that so many times on the stream, and it really does mess your mental state up. You feel like you're chasing and all that kind of stuff. Just good to get a win in the column to get started. Well,
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to probably this whole week and maybe in the next week, I'm just going to focus on, I'm going to pass as many combines as I can pass. I want to set up where November is a fantastic month for payouts and possibly taking multiple accounts live. So that's my goal. We are getting a bullish signal so far on this one. So we'll wait and see what plays out. We still got 37 seconds left, and that's not so bullish.
It's having trouble this morning getting its.
Good morning, Cash Apps in the chat this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to not do anything yet. So it's not giving a good enough signal to do a candle alone. So we'll chill. One thing about trading is, as we just showed you, there is plenty of opportunities in a day. You just got to be ready to take them. Well, let's see how this plays out. It actually gave you a halfway decent candle by candle, and it's actually testing that now. So, not liking it. So that's why I didn't take it.
Yeah, it's in a kind of a weird spot.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes to open too, so I'm probably not going to take anything right now. even if it gives us another bearish signal here, I'm going to probably just sit back. Is the goal. We shall see. We shall see. Welcome everybody to the stream. We got a few people in here now, so please like and subscribe if you have not. I've still noticed that we're getting about 30% of the people that are watching us are not subscribed, so we can get you guys there. We can get to 500, and we are on the road to 500. So help us get to 500 subscribers. Please share with your friends. I say it every day. Share with your friends. Share with your foes. Let's get everybody in and let's get it to 500. So, but thank you guys for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. And then it's giving us a very ugly. This is why I didn't take it, but it's giving us a very ugly bearish move at open. I would love a serious flush at open, back to where we can really trade. Wait for the zone. Just said that. I'm just looking for my little opportunities wherever we're at.
Right. So I was going to say, is this set up for a short candle by candle opportunity?
Absolutely. We still got almost 3 minutes in this candle, so we will wait and see.
So money is leaving the market and going straight into these crypto AIs that are GoatC and.
I actually do not want to play a short going into open, even though it looks like it's going to give a wonderful opportunity to play a short in open.
I think there's definitely something with me playing a short heading into an open. It just feels dirty. Feels wrong. Feels like hard.
Because it normally doesn't work. But yes, I get you. I mean, it's screaming. I mean, we got the trend down. It's holding the trend. You got all indicators. The VO up, the EMA is pointing straight down. I mean, it's screaming, hey, take me short. 58.65, you got 317 orders sitting there.
Wow.
So that is something to keep an eye on. It's only 4 points away. So we shall see. CBD is negative 15,000 now. Let's do a little test. Since we're right here for open, I am going to reset CBD and see what we end up with. See how it runs once we get real volume. Because right now it's taking everything into effect from overnight. Let's see what happens with it.
It looks like you cleared that zone. Or no, is that zone down there still? I can't tell. No, I think you cleared it.
That zone right there?
Oh, no, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Right.
Yeah. You noticed yesterday, popped that zone, got close to that zone, and rejected up top every time. This one right here, I was actually watching, and I was in a trade. I was in a long, and I held it too long right here. So I gave a good bit of it back, but I was like, I mean, it hit right there perfectly and rejected, and I just ignored it. So
that's about after lunchtime. We get a little exhausted.
Yeah.
If you've been staring at it.
So looks like we're definitely going to get a good bearish candle here. 5 minutes before open. At low a day.
I'll help you. You want to go candle by candle. Here's your VIX. Woo. That is a bullish engulfing. I'm hands off right now. I don't like taking trades for the open.
I should be, but
It's
I'm
a
a
beautiful
crackhead.
candle. It's a beautiful
I'm a
candle.
crackhead looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm not
Wickham's though
taking
makes
it.
a good point.
Not hearing this one early at all. I'm waiting till it at least has to touch this bottom of this wick before I take a chance out of it. So
Yeah, I was saying wait for the zone makes a good point about this chop zone. He said we going to the daily chart on ES, you can see we've just been stuck. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You had a new high of 59.27, then it just kind of kissed. But basically 59.10 to 59.60, we've just been kind of range bound here for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 2 weeks. So yeah, it breaks out of this zone. We'll see what we can get some momentum one way or the other.
we got close to my order, got about a tick away, and it ticked away. Got a tick away, then we ticked away. Now we're back within a tick again. Let's see. I'm kind of wanting to run away from me so I don't get it filled. But we're going to do it. We're sitting at, it got on top of it that time and didn't take it. So CVD is negative 400. So it's still, even though when I reset it, it's still building to the downside.
Everybody should have daily goals, and this is wait for the zones. He's $29 up this morning, a little away from his daily target of $69.42. I appreciate the
420.
yeah, that's true. He is a he could be using a international metric for numbers.
Are we talking about pounds?
True. Who uses periods for commas? I think it's
CVD is now negative 800 and building. Now I am really frustrated that it did not get my order filled.
I think it's Italy that uses periods for numbers. France uses spaces.
France, and we're not talking about France. They don't count.
I agree. Well, really mess you up is yeah, I know it's a joke.
We
got it. What really messed you up is the Japanese and Asian markets. Their red is up and green is down.
So lead actually says, there we go. This makes sense. Euro uses commas for periods. Monsters, agreed.
Exactly, monsters.
Soon as this candle closes in a minute, if we have not gotten this trade yet, we're going to cancel this order and.
Well, I got a minute. So.
Lead, how's life treating you? We're going to be nice to you. You gave some good information so far this morning, so you're on a good list.
He's probably FOMO into getting a goat seed. I like to pick on him because he is a sound mind that says, how can a crypto meme be worth almost $1 billion?
I closed it right before it hit, just there to so you know. I canceled that order right before it hit.
John Wayne style. Had to be quick.
I was wanting to take this trade and get out of it before open. I'm not holding a short in the open.
Yeah, especially with all these dip buying opportunities, right?
Yep. This is why I did not want to short in the open. Good call. Good call. Good call. I'm always nice to you. MOO imbalance. So we watched for a drop after this pop. S&P 500 was negative 170 million. NASDAQ negative 2 million, Dow negative 25 million, Mag 7 negative 5 million. Every one of them negative.
Not surprising. Not surprising.
And here's where we possibly could get the move back down. These orders have to fill here pretty soon, so.
Sets up nicely for a candle by candle short if it wants to close this candle green.
Yes, doesn't look like it.
Whoa.
Well, it's
Very early.
Almost called it.
Very early. We got puts rising, calls dropping. Again, we're in the first minute, so not really much to see there, but just kind of give you a starting indication. And we got ourselves a first candle, don't we? Wow.
We do. It's almost like we kind of know what's going on because we got that pop. And then MOO came out like, all right, these orders for the short side have to get filled. And there they are. Pushed it back down. Now we can get us a trend one way or the other. So the MOO imbalances should be balanced now. Lead, I was looking, I've seen it before too, but I think there was a stretch. It was like, I don't know, 20 days or so when was just looking if you went long off the open, would have won, I think, 18 of the 20 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane. Like we tend to always get a pop and then a move. But now watching MOO imbalances, you see the negative side on everything, and when we get that initial pop that we got to come back because it's got to fill those orders. They got to be. I think it's what the first 5 minutes they got to be filled, Roy.
I don't know for certain, so I can't confidently say yes or no on that one, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think they've got the first 5 minutes to close. I think that's all those orders flush in at one point. They got to get them closed out. So, and that's closing out all your Globex trades and all that stuff. So.
As we watch this candle, flipping over to see what Mag 7's up to on this open. Got Apple slightly down, Nvidia slightly down. Microsoft is green, but down from where it was pre-market. Google slightly, basically flat. Amazon kind of trending down. Meta says, we'll take it from here, boys. They're moving up. Tesla kind of trending down. Again, earnings this afternoon for Tesla. So very interested to see how the market reacts to them.
Holy cow, that Tesla's open to 218.19 and all the way back down. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Look,
VIX.
Ooh.
Okay. VIX an interesting candle at the open.
Yeah, we get a gap and rundown, huh?
So yes, starting to get some momentum following the VIX. Let's take a look at Tide. So puts are in control to start, but you got a little uptick on calls very early on Tide, so nothing really you can take from that. Let me refresh the holdings. Puts are pushing up. Similar story on that. Let's take a look at the sectors. Utilities green, real estate green, financials green. Looks like tech and communicate consumer discretionary towards the bottom there. So again, very early. We'll keep an eye on it all. Back
we got
to
some strange news. I don't know how this is really news, but IMF's Fiscal Affairs Director Gasper, U.S. debt path cannot continue to rise forever, but right now it's sustainable. Okay. So you can't do this, but you're all right now.
We're
going to be in trouble. That's like Hey, I want to buy this car. Hey, do you really want to buy it? I mean, you think you can afford it, but you know what? Go for it. And then a month later, your car's repoed.
Yeah. You got a MACD cross up potentially happening here. Well, you are having it happen here on the 5-minute chart on ES. So you could get a push up to VWAP and see what it does. Coinciding that with the trend zone that Monty had drawn, that would push us to the top of the trend zone. So
CBD is negative 2,600, by the way. So it's, even though we've gone up, CBD has gone down since open.
Yeah.
We started, I think it was like negative 300. So yeah, Led, we were talking about a second ago. Led said it right. Open and close is more favorable for the Bulls. There's no doubt that is the case. I mean, if you watch, I mean, and I think the main thing is you have to have all these orders have to close. So at the open, you have to have all your Globex and stuff overnight closed, and then at the close, you got to have all your stuff from the day closed. So that's why your MOO and MOC imbalance are so important, in my opinion. Now, does it mean if like we had MOO was negative this morning, does that mean we're negative all day? No, absolutely not. It means that those orders have to close though. So once you get that initial pop, they had to close those orders. So that's what you saw, that pop, and that's what brought it back down, was them closing those MOO orders. Same thing happens in the afternoon. What is it, 250? You got the last 10 minutes you have to close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can actually go into 305, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're open at 315, but I think the big boys have to be closed what, 305 or 310.
The majority of them come though at that 50.
Yeah,
250 mark.
Yeah, but you got basically a 15 to 20 minute window there that everything has to be closed out. Roughly speaking.
The more you know, file these little nuggets away so you can make your determinations on your trades.
Yeah, I tried a experiment once. I think, Roy, you remember when we were just talking private chat, and where I was taking the opposite of MOC every day, and it was actually working for a while. It was pretty daggone good. It's CBD's gone to negative 3,000, so it's still dropping down. I don't really know what to expect here, to be honest with you. You got all these orders. We'll look at it here so you can see it better. You got all these orders in this cluster right here, right below low a day, and you got doubled up there. But if you start looking down, you start to see iceberg orders. You see one at 58.58 level, 58.55, 58.50, and then that's probably about it. So, and then to the upside, you got these, then you see a 58.80 to the upside, and that, you got 58.95 up there above high today. So, just something to keep an eye on. I mean, it seems like it wants to break, but it just can't break all the way down.
Yeah, here's your flow. You're starting to get separation here. You had a spike on call volume, and now it's starting to trend down. Put premium's gone up, and call premium has gone down. Similar story on the holdings, but with put premium taking over here. Kind of going back to the sectors. Your big sectors are all red. So you look kind of here at the bottom, healthcare is red, tech's red, consumer discretionary red, energy red. So there's not a lot there holding it up. But again, you've had a trend down already. So it's not to say that just go short here. Just keeping an eye on everything, see if an opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, it almost gave us a beautiful reversal here, but did not. So
yeah, we got about 10 seconds left in the candle.
I guess I got my zone a little bit higher on Weevil over here, because it looks like that green candle where it came down at open looks like it came all the way down and touched that zone and bounced. So I might have this one over here a little bit off.
Yeah. I have an old zone that is actually right there, and it did exactly that. It tapped the
But that's where we're at. We're still, I mean, it's CBD is negative 3,400, so it's not running away like it was. I think everything comes out. We're looking on this 9 data.
Yeah, non-AI looking to move up. AI stuff getting hit according to lead. Good to know. Good to know. I don't think AI is allowed to be down more than 1 day, though. So I think that's a new rule.
Yeah, until we get that bubble pop.
What a pop it will
Eventually,
be if it happens.
Eventually, we're getting a bubble pop. It always happens. I always preach that stocks are designed to go up, but you got to have good buying opportunities to keep needing to go up, don't you?
True. Well, NVIDIA was on $100. What, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
Yeah. I was watching a thing. It might have been one of the social media things, and a bunch of people were trying to get a petition to stop short sellers. And finally, somebody with half a brain is like, "Why?
Yeah.
If you don't have short sellers, you don't have a market."
Yeah.
And people can't understand that. They're like, "What? I don't get that. Like, it should go up." Well, if it goes up every day, who's gonna make money besides just the loans?
Yeah. Gotta have the shorts.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Or really just the ability to short. You can be bullish on the market and short a certain sector.
Well, look, there's different shorting too. I'm not talking about the shorts that come in and try to destroy, bankrupt a company. That's
right.
Different. But as far as your regular shorts, hey, you look at, Joe Schmo company over here, their stock's all-time high. They haven't turned a profit in 15 years. What's the deal? So they started digging into it. It's naturally to go short on them, right?
Right.
You just continue to go up. Well, Joe Schmo company's never going to make a profit. They're going to keep doing the same thing. And the only people that's going to make money off of it is going to be Joe Schmo on their stock sales.
Yep.
But this is where we're at. We're still trending, kind of holding this bottom down here. 60, right below 65. If we could get that break, that would which coincides right with that zone. So if we can get into that zone here, we can definitely let's move this up, do it this way. If we could get into this zone, we definitely could test that bottom of 61, and then we could actually bring an old trend back into play. So very interesting. Wow. I usually I delete these, and for some reason I left that one in. Now it almost makes sense why it was left there, don't it?
I tell you, it's almost parallel to the one you drew this morning. Not the steep one, but the one up there. Yeah. Top one.
Yeah.
And your orb is basically set off the 5-minute today. So your 5-minute orb and your 15-minute orb looks like they will be the same.
Yeah. Glad we don't have smell vision. My dog is laying over here, and I don't know what she ate, but it was not good.
That's a win for not having modern technology advance so fast.
Thank God we're not the Jetsons right now, right?
Exactly.
I saw somebody put the other day, it showed the Jetsons. Said everybody always wanted the flying cars. I wanted the robot to clean the house.
Yeah.
And now Elon's trying to bring us a robot to clean the house. I see they're getting sued on their robo-taxi thing for.
Oh, I didn't see it. I saw, the iRobot movie had a similar rendering.
I saw that.
So I didn't see any sort of lawsuit pop
We
through.
got BOC news, rate decision. Actual was 3.75. Forecast is 3.75. Their previous rates was 4.25. So a 0.5% drop in their rates.
Got 15 minutes to data here too, so it could be interesting to. I mean, is the data that important? I think you lean so yes.
I'm leaning toward maybe.
Maybe. All right, I got you down for a hard maybe.
Well, my thought process with it is if you take it with the, they're looking at jobs numbers pretty close, right? Well, these housing numbers are actually really important for the jobs numbers too. So it's just something to kind of give you a little sneak of what could be coming, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Blinken urges halt to Middle East conflict as Israel bombs historic Lebanese city. And I love it. We get that news from the South China Morning Post. Like, why did that not come from an American? Wouldn't make sense with it. You got orders on this little move. You see these orders here. They're kind of moving around. There's a ton of orders up in that area, where we could be making our run to. You could see a little short squeeze into data too.
Yeah, you just had a spike in volume on. I mean, premium was dropping off a cliff, but you saw a spike here on the volume. So, okay, let me keep an eye on. Go to holdings. Again, yeah, you're getting put volume kind of shrinking here. Conflicting messages.
We are. Oh. That's gonna give me the one. We got 2.5 minutes. Let's just let it play out. If y'all could have seen on Monday, we were pretty much. I mean, we were going down, and it gave a bullish signal to go long on the candle by candle. And I told Roy, I said, Roy, you can't. There's no bias, and I took it, and that thing popped. He's like, yep, no bias.
Trade of the day too. Was a trade of the day. I mean,
yeah.
I sat there and said, I don't know. I was gritting my teeth. He entered it, and it worked out.
No, they don't all work. That's why we keep stops, right? Nothing is 100%.
No, but it's important to know the bias does influence the trade, and that's a bad thing. Yeah. You got this MACD crossover officially happening here. If this candle can close green, so could push it up again towards data.
Yeah, it's right on this.
Look at Mag 7 though. Apple red. Everything's red. Well, Microsoft gave it up. Gave it up. Wow.
So did.
Apple looks like it wants to go. Ooh.
Apple's gonna give you the bullish candle by candle.
NVIDIA. Test and view app.
NVIDIA, just look. I'm gonna tell you how to play NVIDIA. If it dips by it.
Okay. Big red candle, grab it.
Not financial advice, but it is financial advice. Bank of Canada, inflation to average 2.5% in 2024 versus 2.6% in July, 2.2% in 2025 versus 2.4% and 2% in 2026, unchanged. The Q3 output gap seen at between 0.75 and 1.75, roughly unchanged. Nothing really crazy there. So,
VIX.
Wow, I think Bank of Canada they were predicting a 0.5 point drop, right?
Yeah. Well, you got your candle.
We got it. We are 10 minutes before data.
Oh, that's horrible.
Two to one risk reward, risking 500 to make 1,000. So,
how's Bookmap looking?
It's holding negative 3,000, but I mean, you got a bunch of orders to the upside. It's pretty much equal weight, Roy. I mean, looks like it's going to stop us out though. But this is why we have a stop, right?
You got puts rising, calls falling, but you got call volume rising. It's a bit odd. But holdings, it looks like put volume starting to kick up again, put premium up, call premium down.
Yeah, it's going to take us out here. It usually gets this move down. There's no.
Well, now that flips the script a bit.
It flips the script a lot, and we got data. So I'm going to wait. You got a lot of Bank of Canada news coming. They're speaking right now, so that's why you're getting a lot of it. No, look, this you better not do it. Good. Come on, be ugly a candle now, so make me feel good for stopping out. If the economy evolves broadly in line with the latest forecast, we expect to cut the policy rate further. Decisions will be taken 1 meeting at a time. Is Powell speaking for them? The labor market remains soft. I mean, it seemed like they just took everything Powell said. Like we're going to
we are the global leader.
Risk to inflation. Tell me this is not Powell. Risk to inflation outlook are balanced. Shelter inflation has started to ease. Did we not talk about this last time?
Yeah.
The bank cut by 50 BPS because inflation is back to the 2% target, and we want to keep it there.
Yeah. Dirty Harry saying interest rates are continuing to rise. So this is a Main Street type deal. Yeah, mortgage rates are rising, which kind of does your head in saying the Fed rate cut. So why are mortgage rates rising?
Well, anybody that paid attention, so my guess would be that they're thinking that we're going to get a pause on this next decision, because last time mortgage rates were dropping some before the news came out. Now that it's going back up, I would say that suggests that we should get a pause. Wouldn't you think, Roy? Is that kind of what you're leaning to, or?
Yeah. I mean, the bond market plays into a role here. I mean, you've got a lot of differing opinions on what the bond market wants to do. I think, what is it? Duncan Miller is like 20% of his portfolio is short the 10-year yield. So that suggests that rates should be coming down. But yeah, I think it's just uncertainty here. And
Well, speaking of bonds, you get a 20-year bond auction today.
That will move the market. Any sort of bond auction this week will move the market. But it's really tough for the real estate industry to figure out what is coming next. You got such polarizing opinions right now in such a weird state. But logically, you would say Fed cuts rates, eventually rates will come down for the consumer.
Yep.
And it just may take some time for that to play out, as the banks can say, oh, well, let's keep the rates where we're at. We're getting a lower rate on the Fed side. Let's see if we can still sell some loans and get some good profits. Well, that's all theory, though.
This thing came straight to my stop loss and has not been back there since. So,
yeah.
Typically, I would have had my stop loss on this candle, which wouldn't have stopped me out on that last one. But if we got the engulfing here, I didn't want to be in it longer. So it is what it is. We're going to wait now. We got 5 minutes of data. We're not entering a thing.
Yeah, let's see if I can sneak this over. Dirty Harry was saying that 10-year Treasury is rising. So going over to the 10-year, click it. And this is a 5-minute chart. You can't really look at 5-minute charts with this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But look at the daily. Yeah, I mean, 10 years on a ripper, right? It gapped up today. It's at its highest point since July. Wow, you remember when breaking $4, which is 4%?
So yeah, everybody that
Like
doesn't
end of
know,
the world.
so even though that says $4.25.4, it's actually 42.54%. So it's they put it in dollars, so it's easy to read, but it's not actual dollars. So just so people know, you can actually pull one up on. I think it's on here somewhere, Roy, that does the percentages to the dollar amount.
I'll have to look at that. But yeah, you can see the day Powell cut rates right about here. If I remember correctly, it's just done nothing but rip up. So
yeah,
interesting. All right, let's flip over, take a look at how data gets handled.
and if it was still being, if we wouldn't have got stopped out, we'd be right at break even on this trade now. So still, we had to stop. We're $400 down. $400 is not going to kill me on this. We can get it back in one quick little swift trade here. So, but we are going to wait for this data in 3 minutes to come out before we do anything.
Looks like orders are stacking on the upside there.
Yeah, they've been kind of building, but if you look, so yeah, this is where it's, I told Roy before, a lot of times I can take this away and just trade off this. And right now, it's a no-go for either side. So, in my opinion. Yeah, the thing about, there's people that only trade the Dom. They don't even look at charts. Just looking at the price action. That's it.
I think Sam, was that Sam Trader on Twitter? Pretty obnoxious, misspells a bunch of stuff, but he doesn't look at any charts. He just looks at the Dom.
That's Sam who misspells a lot of stuff. Did you say?
Yeah.
Did you just take a dig at Sam? Did you take a dig at Sam?
Hey, Sam's good, but if you misspell stuff, I'm going to say you misspell stuff. I mean, you get good trades, but you misspell stuff.
Sam's good. Spell for shit. I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be doggone. Poor Sam. Read a chart, but he can't read a book.
Exactly. No, he's good though. I'll give him that. He's good.
Oh, this is frustrating right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. This open has not produced any sort of trade for me at all.
It gave a candle by candle. The candle.
Yeah, I mean, you stuck with the strategy. Yeah.
My stop was tight, so, and I kept my stop tight just because we have news coming out in 1 minute, for 55 seconds. We got news, so. And you feel like any day that this thing is going to rip back up to high, like 5,900 any second, man. That's
Flipping
what we
over
do.
real quick. You're seeing Tide push up heading into this news event.
Well, I'm fixing to tell you in about 15, 20 seconds if this is going to be an eventful news or not, because they have not cleared any orders yet. And typically it's about 10 seconds or so before 15 seconds they'll start clearing orders. They're not really clearing orders, so I think this might be a nothing burger, Roy. Cleared a few, not many though. It'll be a nothing burger.
Which is odd because the price action has kind of just stuck like it is something. So
U.S. 60 home sales, actual 3.84 million. Forecast is 3.88. Previous is 3.86. So a little bit off forecast and a little bit off previous. Actual negative 1%. Forecast is 0.52. Previous is 0.25. So I don't know how those can be that different. But okay. Anyway, so back to the charts. We still got a nothing burger. You're seeing some orders move around now. You're in a very tight window to the upside and the downside. But if you break to the upside, here's what I'm talking about here. If you break up, though, look here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see what Tide did.
Gold surges to new highs amidst Trump trade momentum. Soft survey data today from Philly and Richmond Feds were better than expected. I guess that's what Trump was saying.
Got puts rising here.
Yeah, you might get you just had some
dropping.
National median home price existing homes for actually rose 3% in September.
So you have a test of the orb low here. It kind of bounced. Let's see if it can break it. But this is setting up for a candle by candle. I think they call this barcoding.
Yeah, well, this you see barcode. This is close, but we are getting little breaks here or there. When you get true barcode, it's the worst thing ever to trade.
Yeah,
so bad.
Kind of looking over at Mag 7, Apple Red, Nvidia now down 2.3%, so it's at 140. 140 some change. Microsoft back green. They bought the dip on that. Haven't bought the dip on anything else though. They actually faded Meta. Meta with a nasty fade. A low a day. So
hey, bro, I need like 3 minutes.
Have at it, sir. We're gonna look through some of this data. The VIX with a nice wick candle, so you could see continued downside if the momentum plays. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of anything right now, so I'm being patient. Whoa, Tide. Whoa. Well, maybe Tide giving us the hint. Puts rising, calls falling, put volume, increasing. Looking at the sectors. Real estate. Industrials went green, but now, yeah, your big boys are all red, so that's a problem. Puts continue to rise. Calls continue to drop. Let me make these candles a little bigger. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. So right now you have about a minute left in this candle. And it could close with a potential candle by candle on the bearish side. Sorry, I'm thinking as I'm talking. Oh, there's your break. It's not going to give it to us in the close. Should move down. Yeah, it's a pretty good move down. New low a day. Making new lows as it drops. Let's flip over to Tide. Tide moving with it. You've got Tide lining up for it. So we'll just keep dropping. Wait for the candle to close. See if you get a retracement. You're looking for basically orb. Oh, pops right back up. See if it rejects. Maybe we'll take a trade here on a combine. It did. So we're in at that orb low. We're going to trail it down. bit more. Flip over to market tide, watch it. So calls continue to drop, puts continue to rise. And we're up about 2 points on the trade. Let's see if it comes back up and retest. Yeah, good trade so far. Nvidia breaking down, now down 3%. See if we get a big move down here. We finally broke out of this range. And yeah, see if we can't test 5860 area. Zooming out of the chart. Not sure what those lines are. I think that was, nice move down. Nice move down. We're still on a short here. I should have done it in an XFA, but I did it in a combine because I have no guts. There's 5860. I'm going to take my stop and move it down. To that area. I took it there at 5860.
So you got in here on the candle by candle?
Yeah, I got in at that orb low, right there on that blue line.
Yeah.
And then took it on a combine. Just did one ES just to give it a shot. I just got closed. So $260 on that trade. I copy traded 2 combines.
Good trade, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the strategy. Really what set me off was flow continually moving up on the put side. And you saw the put volume really show up there, and you had the candle by candle. So you had a kind of a twofer confirmation for me.
Look right here. My gosh.
Yeah. Man, I wish I would have taken an XFA on that. That's all right. It was picture perfect. Picture perfect.
Man, that daggum didn't quite get into that trend zone down, but that thing is beautiful this morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
58, 56, and 58. 50. 58, 56 has, you can see here, nothing. And then 58, 50 is 162 orders. Cash apps, he asked.
Yeah, anytime you guys want anything, just post it, call it out. We'll see if we can help as we do.
This is what we are here for. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Now, pop this bad boy to high day. DVD is right at negative 6,000, so I don't know what it got up to. I had to step away. Had a quick emergency. Roy, look at the private chat. You'll see the emergency.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This happens. It's important to take care of business.
Can't help it. New candle. What do? Do we give us a bullish signal or a bearish signal? What do we get here?
So I've got flow popping up here, kind of flattening. So maybe we're at a standstill. But if you look at Mag 7, NVIDIA down 3% on that drop. So will it reverse course here? But
Microsoft getting back on this train in it.
holding it up, man. Holding it up. It's Microsoft and then Apple, right? Apple's it started red, but it's got some look to it. So
look at Tesla only down what 1%?
Yeah, Tesla down 1%. Now it got thrashed, but it could be finding a bottom here as well. So we'll see. We'll see as it plays. I mean, this is a 7.8 point pop from the bottom on ES. On ES. Go back to Tide. Yeah, you got your put kind of drying up. And
as we said multiple times, candle by candle, there is no bias.
No biased. Your premiums here are just frankly.
Look at Microsoft. How come? That's kind of crazy. They're not going crazy with NVIDIA calls, isn't it?
I kind of want to put a support ticket in for Unusual Whales because it doesn't make sense.
Every day except today.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Is it not on the list at all?
No, not on the list at all. So it's something's off, right?
I mean, for the people that wasn't around when Tesla had its run, I mean, that's pretty much what NVIDIA is now.
Yeah.
Where, if you remember correctly, back when Tesla was making highs on top of highs on top of highs, it was leading on net premium every single day.
There's certain stocks at certain moments in time that you just don't mess with. Don't mess shorting with. Sorry, don't mess shorting with. And Tesla at the time was that stock, and NVIDIA is the stock right now. Just don't pick on the biggest bully in the classroom.
And GME, don't forget GME.
Oh yeah, GME. It had its moment in time.
Well, we are not going to get the candle I was hoping we were going to get. Looks like. Well, I don't know. We got a minute. We got 2 minutes left. So we still could get it. You never know. You never know. We start seeing though. If you see Apple turn green, then you got Meta and Tesla not far off. You see those guys turn green. You got Google that could turn green. I mean, the only thing, NVIDIA and Amazon, I guess, are the two that really is holding everything down right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong candle at the bottom there for NVIDIA. Again, there's going to be that enough moment for NVIDIA.
So anybody saying candle by candle strategy on NVIDIA, go long.
Go long, yeah. So ES is fighting its 8 right now, and the bottom Bollinger.
Henry's got a question. Hey guys, been traveling. Speaking of Unusual Whales, I bought the lifetime membership a while back, but I don't get the premium Discord commands. Does anyone know if this is supposed to be included? That would be a Roy and Led question because I'm not
sure. I'm not sure. From my understanding, though, the lifetime should have unlocked everything, but yeah, I can't answer it. No, I'm not sure for certain, but one thing I do know is their customer support's really good. So
yeah, you are correct.
Pop them a question, and they'll.
Well, Unusual Whales is a small business. We've talked about how like financial juice. If you have a question on financial juice, you reach out. The owner's reaching right back out to you at that point.
Yeah.
And Unusual Whales is the same way. That's why I love dealing with these. When we're dealing with these smaller companies are fantastic to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Customer support will be just unmatched.
So you could potentially have a candle by candle here on the downside. You know me and my 30 seconds into a candle. But your
Yeah.
tide, your put is rising, put volume is rising. And we go blue. We go green. Sorry if I'm bouncing around a bit, guys. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think you're doing fine, Roy. You're doing fine.
Bouncing around. 5-day moving average in NVIDIA is up above. If you're interested in that, MC.
I'm gonna actually talk to the boss and see if he can give you a raise. I mean, I know the answer, but I'm gonna talk to him anyway.
Oh hell! I'm in a trade. I didn't know I'm in a trade. I'm in a short.
That's always scary.
Well, I'm up $175. We're gonna go ahead and just take that on the combine. Okay. I apparently had a rogue order there at the top when it popped up. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. I was too busy bouncing around charts, looked over at Topstep and saw my account moving.
That's always lovely.
Well, at least it was a green one. Those are awesome. The horrible feelings, as you know, is when you just have one that's red, you're like confused, and by the time you figure it out, you just
those suck.
Yeah, makes you question everything.
CBD is still negative 5,800. It's not breaking the negative 6,000. Kind of got here and it's been just chilling. So
yeah, I mean, as much as puts are rising, calls are kind of rising too. So you're just kind of getting a flat line here.
yeah, look at that volume though.
Yeah, volume telling you go along at your own risk. Let's see. Let's zoom out a bit. We go to a 3-day version of Tide. Whoa.
Woo.
Whoa.
Woo.
So highest puts have been in 3 days. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go 7 days. Okay, so you're seeing some moves on puts.
Yeah, but let's look while you're looking at that. Let's go to the hourly, and we are wow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It is on the doorstep, isn't it?
It seems like, I mean, so this is the bottom of this pretty much range we've been in. You look at it since October 21st. I mean, technically, you go back further, pretty much since the 1st of October, kind of popped up in this range here and have been stuck there. So you expect if we get a move down, it could be really crazy. Crazy said it was only accident if it was red. That's right. If it was planned anyway, right? Well, just so you guys know, the prop firm to be remain nameless. We just took $515.70 per account.
Wow, times 11.
I don't just do candle by candle on them. I trade what I feel like. So I felt we were going to get a move back down close to low a day. I traded it. I put my take profit right above low day, and boom, there it hit. So
got a drastic little dip here in calls, which is coinciding with this move down on the premium and the.
Roy, this is your ugliest. I'm not trying to speak over you, but this is your ugliest candle we've seen yet. This is bad, and there's definitely saying go short. It's not going to give me the opportunity to get in it short though. That's the one you called in 30 seconds that played out. It's going to give me an opportunity. You say there's a chance. I don't think you could ask for a better stop than that right there. I'm not so sure about that take profit there, but we're going to leave it there for now. We're actually going to do something a tad bit different. We're going to move this take profit down. And if we get the move, we're going to trail it with the stop. So we're risking $900 to make who knows what. So to be determined. And if it gets all the way back up to 58.64, I might actually add 3 more there.
Yeah, it's an ugly candle. That's for sure.
CBD, you remember how I was telling you how CBD couldn't break negative 6,000?
Mm-hmm.
We were fixing to hit negative 9,000.
Wow.
Yeah. What's Tide showing?
Flip it over to Tide. You got puts kind of curling down a bit. So not quite in line here.
I think that's why you saw this little pop here.
I think so too. I think Tide may be a bit delayed today.
We're going to move our stop down to that next candle. 375 up. At this point with 3 lots, we'll see. We shall see. Give me the flush. Give me the flush. Give me the flush. 58.55. If we can break that, we are going to the galaxy, baby.
Cooking with gas.
Going all the way. Going all the way. Bring me his head. Never know what you'll get here.
Never know what you're going to get. Speaking of, you're a movie buff. Are you going to go see Gladiator 2?
Probably. I don't know. I might wait till it comes out on streaming. You know, if it doesn't do good at the box office, it comes out streaming pretty quick, which Joker Fale Dos, whatever it is fixing to get its streaming release. Thank goodness I did not go to theaters to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I haven't seen that one yet.
Deadpool 3, Deadpool versus Wolverine, if you've not watched it, is phenomenal.
Beetlejuice 2, very good. I enjoyed it.
Beetlejuice 2 was good. I was a little disappointed in Beetlejuice 2. I don't know. I had high expectations and I shouldn't. But it was still a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It just didn't quite live up to the expectations I had set before it. So
yeah.
And it's hard to follow that original. And so many years after.
Yeah.
But it was still a very good movie. And what's her name? What was the woman that is just in her 50s and just gorgeous?
Monica Bellucci.
Yes. Oh, she is so beautiful.
She's dating Tim Burton.
Of course.
Of course.
Talking about a strange cat.
Yeah.
You know the perfect play here. This plays out. Let's say this candle closes green right here, which we're green on the trade, but closes green and gives us a candle by candle bearish on top of that now.
It's holding that 58.60 level, isn't it?
It is trying its best to. It knows if it breaks it, it's in trouble.
Got calls kind of trending down with puts trending down, but your put volume still in control. And similar story on the holdings. Put volume still in control. Both are falling together. So that normally means a move down.
Yeah, we're going to move to this next candle. So we're risking 225 now. Back up 375 again. We've been here before. we've seen this play out, and it has not played out to the flush that I wanted. So 58.55 is heating back up. Like I said, that is the key to watch. It's going to be psych levels at this point: 58.55, 58.50,
I think so.
58.45.
Let me they want to add, where are we at on SPX? Speaking of psych levels, SPX here at 58.20. So you got 20 points away from its kind of psych level.
It's a big key look here, guys. It's a big deal that it's broke this zone. That's what we're watching. And come back, it broke it, tested, rejected. If it tests and rejects again, we possibly could get a very good move down. Possibly could get a move down if we might get it here. CBD's gone to negative 9,300.
Uptick on puts. Let me see here. Put volume not the highest of the day. That's good news for your short. Similar thing on the holdings.
You've got, oh Lord, about 1,000, 1,500 orders in this whole zone right here, holding everything up at lower day.
Got those two wicks at the last two candles. That,
yeah, it's going to. Oh, that'd be frustrating. I want to move my stop, but I'm going to be disciplined and not move my stop.
yeah, the pop doesn't coincide with much. I mean, there is a little drop here on puts that just popped in.
We're out.
I'm not sure. Was there a name? Oh, yeah. Your Nvidia found some mojo a bit back over 140.
She's waking up, huh?
She's waking up. Amazon's down 1%. That's Tesla found some juice down here at 215 level. So here's your 58.64 area that you could. You're getting a retest of the 8 here. Not really seeing why this move popped that hard.
You're getting some ECB President Lagarde. We need to be cautious on policy. So if you look over, Dixie's not really popping much on that news. VIX is coming down pretty hard on it. So
I mean, this is a long candle by candle, right?
not really, no.
Just you needed the indecision.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't. I'm not going to trade it long, even though we might pop the high day.
Have you did you take any personal trades on that move or any of that?
I did not, no.
That's good. Just a combine.
Yeah, we are looking at. Oh my gosh, it's annoying. Sorry, guys.
So we got puts falling now a bit, but again, your put volume is still pretty elevated. Your call premiums are rising. Similar on the holdings. So let's move up. That's a strong candle, though. Can't deny that. Had volume, had everything.
It did. It did. It's got to break these EMA clutches, which are leaning up. CBD's interesting mark here. It's negative 6,800, so that's a big pop on CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Roy, for this to be a candle by candle, you would prefer this to be a red with some kind of body. If you were looking for a long, once you got this indecision, we pop back. Here's where you would have entered long to scalp it up. So
Yeah.
that's just how I would have played it. But since we're only doing candle by candle on this to see if we can pass a combine doing, not just pass a combine, I'm trying to pass 3 combines doing candle by candle. If it can break down back below the 8, I mean, it could get a move back too low a day. But I don't know. You typically, what you see in ES, especially in Q both, if you see this move down, and I mean, you see this candle here kind of gave us indication that they wanted to defend this level. Then we push right back down to it and pop back up, push right below it, pop back up. So they're defending this level, like you said earlier, this 58.60 level, defending it pretty hard.
And how they do that, it appears, is through NVIDIA, some sort of Mag 7 name. Apple looks wound up. It wants to make a move. It's a pretty tight range for Apple. And Microsoft looking to boogie oogie. Check out the daily on Microsoft.
Ooh, great. Never
mind. So you got this little trend. It broke, could retest and head up to its 440. Breaks 440. It's probably going to an all-time high, 468. And looking at Google. Google's wound up tight. I would like to see this play out for Googs. Inverse head and shoulder. But we're just looking at small time frames. There's NVIDIA. So it looks like it tested its 8 on the daily today and bounced right off of it.
Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
NVIDIA now testing its
this bad boy back up, though.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see NVIDIA back around the 142 range here shortly. And that will push, yes, probably near VWAP or past VWAP.
Breaking that 8. We'll see what happens when we get to VWAP. If we break VWAP, could be a gets right back in that zone. I don't know. It's kind of, we're in iffy land there.
Tide puts just have continually fallen, and call premium has continually rose. So that put volume is starting to dry up a little.
Yeah, I did take I took a long on the personal account on that break back up. So we'll see if what we get out of it.
I like it. I mean, you're back in your Bollinger Bands. You got VWAP right ahead. 58.72. You've got a cross up happening on the MACD. And this is where it rejects to make me look like a fool.
Of course. That's what happens, right?
That is. clean up my tabs a bit. I'm still trying to open this Webull account. Can't do it. Keeps giving me an error. I'm gonna try my phone. I'm gonna try through the app actually. It just won't let me verify. Like I go through the whole process. I click to get started and then sign up with your phone number.
Is it sending you a verification code on your phone number?
Yeah. So I send the verification code, I enter it. And then it just doesn't. I click the next, it just doesn't next. I go to the console, right? So here's a little sneak peek for you. Go to the console here, you see errors on a website, and there's just errors here all over the place. So it's like something internal that they're struggling with. So I'll try again. I haven't tried it today. I'll try it again today.
Chrome?
Yeah, I do it on Chrome. I don't do Safari. I have a personal vendetta against Safari. Sorry. If you code and you develop, you absolutely hate Safari. At least personally, I loathe Safari. It's like just conform to the standards, please, guys. Please. Anyway, I'm getting off topick.
Just sometimes
you're triggering me.
If y'all don't know, a lot of times we have conversation and I'm just like, wow. Your hate is so real for nothing. Wow.
Here's your SPX chart. Take off all of the indicators so you can see the gap down we had today. About a 30-point gap down from here. 25 points, sorry. So if it wants to enter that gap, it's gonna run.
Yeah.
Throwing all the strategies out there today.
Can't clear the 21 and just run away from it. So,
which is right on with VWAP.
Yeah. So we shall see. I still like this thing to trend up more. I'm up like $13 in the personal account with one MES. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, you're getting tied. Tide's giving it to you. Well, of course, it just dipped down, but
if you don't know, there's a website called TradingTix. Yeah. And if you don't to pay for unusual whales flow, they do have a premium service, but they actually have a free flow service too. So you can see this pretty much this without having to pay for it. So it's kind of, you know.
I was with TradingTix as my first options flow provider. They had a sale or something. I like their platform. I used it, and they were so new that when I downloaded the Android app, it did not have an icon on the app. It was just like a default icon.
Is it delayed? So Led says it's delayed by several days. Okay, well that.
Oh, be careful.
An issue. Well, let's look. Let's see. Options.
There are other alternatives out there. That I think Investors Hub has options flow delayed. I think it's delayed by an hour.
Yeah.
Kind of hide your premium, stuff like that. But there's all sorts of cool options.
One thing about TradingTix, so if you do like it, $69 a month. That's pretty stout.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't want to pay somebody $69 a month for that data when I can
exactly. I think not free. You have to talk to me. I think
I don't know what's worse.
I think the Trading Ticks deal I got was like $500 a year, so it actually didn't come out too bad. Still pricey though.
They have it now. You can do, you can do. It's $69 a month, or like $620 for the year.
Yeah.
Hey, no, that was great information. That I have not dug into it that much, so I did not know that. So that is actually something good to know.
Well, we got market tide flattening out. A lot of indecision here. I'm not in a trade. What's our news cycle today? So bond auctions are what at
Noon.
noon
Yeah.
noon Central Time, 1 Eastern Time.
Led, I'm not sick. I'm in a good mood, being nice. It's not a bad thing. I can slam you if you want me to, but there's no reason right now. You haven't pissed me off yet.
Knowing Led and his research on stocks, he's probably researched like 15 insults to fire at you, and he's getting frustrated he can't do it.
We're up $20 on the personal account here. See if we can get a move up yet.
All right. Let's see.
We are at 9:42, so we got a few minutes left in the stream.
If you look at SPX, we're above VWAP on SPX. Could get a retest there and a fire off. So you actually did get a retest on the pre.
How often does those gaps fill?
Let's take a look. Oh, lately you don't really get them down to the downside, do you? But let's clear off some of this noise for you. Top. All right, so gap down, filled. A small gap up, filled. Gap up, filled.
So
gap up, never filled. Never filled on the gap.
Hey, really? Oh, hey.
Yeah, we got one there. Yeah.
Oh, look at your little draw in there. Look at you.
Like that?
Look at you.
Back. Look at me.
TA. Technical. Look at Roy trying to get some
technical. September I was down. Look at this. You don't really get gap downs on SPX. Look at this. Wow.
So basically it feels almost daily. Sometimes we don't. I think,
yeah. On the downside, you're at a perfect. Go ahead.
TopstepX has actually, hey, we're at VWAP, by the way. TopstepX has actually made it supposedly, where you can just look at regular hours, so you can actually see the gap on ES.
Oh. Yeah. Wow, look at that hourly candle on ES, by the way.
Wow.
And the volume.
Let's look at this 4-hour candle, see if it plays out. Typically what you do, so
I'll flip over to you.
When you're looking at a 4-hour, let's hide everything so we don't need to see other stuff. So the trend is down on the 4-hour, right? You got this move down. Typically what happens is you treat the 4-hour like a candle by candle. So comes up, you would look for somewhere around here, which is right above VWAP, and then look for the trend back down. So be interesting to see how that plays out. This is typically the 9 o'clock. So you're looking at the 9 o'clock candle. So let's go to the 9 o'clock candle yesterday. You can look, we had the trend down, it popped up and then came all the way down to here. So 9 o'clock here is pretty much in a chop and it popped up. So that really didn't tell you much. Overall, though, if you look out, yes, we are in a little downtrend here, but look at the overall trend. We're still up on the 4-hour.
Can you draw a trend line there at the bottom? Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna bring everything else back in, but I can do it. You want actually, you know,
Yeah,
get it
probably
checked.
tighten it and you could actually get a break.
Yeah.
Could be a break and retest here.
Yep. Interesting.
Very. So we're right back at VWAP. So
yeah, we're still in along on the personal account. Then I am there's $300 up in a firm to be renamed remain nameless. Led, I would like to get you on today to talk about and we might do this in one-off video, but your swing trading stuff and your analysis you do. I would really like to dig in to see what you're looking for and what you're looking at when you get all this stuff. I like it. So I think that could be beneficial if you would be willing to come on one day.
yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome. Nerding out over some swing research.
Yeah, I mean, look, research is the most boring part of doing it, in my opinion, but it's also one of the most beneficial parts. If you're going to swing like what he's doing, where you're swinging that, it is just so you got to know everything, the financials and everything about a business before you get into it to swing it. It's that simple.
And if you guys don't know, Led digs in pretty deep to the CEO's salary, to their shoes, to.
I know shoes is a big thing with that. If you CEOs wearing titty shoes, we're not going along on that one.
Yeah, it's
Already know
but
that one.
also with swings and the amount, these are where you're playing for much bigger moves. Obviously, not your day trade, few points here and there. You're looking for actual technical analysis levels and using fundamental analysis to get to those levels.
Correct. And there you go. There's Led.
Does not do the tennis shoes.
Does not do the tennis shoes. I remember
With the CEOs. With the CEOs.
I could not figure out for the life of me, like, really, you won't take that because the guy's got tennis shoes. I've never heard that before in my life. But whatever works.
If I'm not mistaken, they ended up doing some sort of short selling deal that screwed all the investors. And Led's analysis on the shoes helped him avoid that landmine.
Roy, we actually had a little decent one right here. I didn't even pay attention.
I hesitated a bit. I wanted to see how it handles VWAP here. I'd like to see a break and a retest. But I have to remember, and this is something that we operate a lot on VWAP on ES and stuff, but going to the big boys, the SPX, I mean, it's already broken the VWAP. It's already retested it.
Right.
So I think SPY too. Let me take a look at SPY.
Back below VWAP now, so
yeah. So if we go regular hours on SPY, yeah, you see SPY's already broken VWAP. I mean, that's a pretty good setup.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my stops on my. I've got my personal account. I got to stop at break even, which we might come back and get it. This is coming back pretty hard right now.
Yeah, and the 8 ribbon kind of turned green, so probably get a bounce here. You could go all the way as low as 58.64, but
you drawing a happy face or you drawing a cup and handle reverse? I mean, a reverse head and shoulders.
Yeah, inverse head and shoulders, happy face too, if you're long.
Yeah.
But this wick is a problem. I don't like that. I don't like that guy. So we'll see if we can get back up, fill that wick, and it could be dancing time.
The dumb thing about ES, sometimes that wick matters, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. A wick though like that at VWAP, it's again, but it doesn't matter because SPX and all those other guys are above it. So
yeah.
I have to remember that.
Well, it looks like
look at this guy.
Wow. I'm going to watch. I'm going to continue to watch this today. I don't know if I'm going to sit here all day or not because I sit here all day yesterday and actually the day before just looking at candle by candle. And I tend to overtrade a tad bit when I do that. And I don't want to do that today. Yesterday, it got to a point I just locked all my accounts up. Like I can't trade you anymore. So you know what? Now I can look at it. Then I had FOMO, but I couldn't do anything about it. They didn't have an account.
Tide though, Tide is not seeing that move up on calls that I'd like to see.
No,
you could get that pull down probably to 58.67.25.
I'm going to exit on this personal account. I'm going to actually exit. I'm not going to have any positions on when we hop off here. I will look at this zone. If it comes down to this zone, if we get any support off this zone, I might take it long to try to get back up. This is ugly right here, though. So
this is coming down hard. I was looking at that Tide and it was screaming a bit. It was a red flag not having those calls fall in line with it.
Yeah. Well, on a positive note, I did take profit, so I didn't let it come on. I had a break even.
There you go.
Was my stock on personal account. I took a little profit, got it out. It's not much, but green is green, so we're going to count that as a win.
Going back to my happy face.
It's nothing crazy. So
that's not bad.
We can get this back in one trade.
Go back to my happy face. You want to see it hold 58.64 for otherwise it's pretty much invalidating that inverse head and shoulders.
It's invalidating the happy face.
Flipping over to Tide, you see put slightly rising, call slightly dropping, put volume back to high a day.
Yeah.
That's an ugly drop on the SPY. And
if you look
below. Go ahead.
You're talking about that. So yesterday we had this big drop right after. So you come in, open, huge drop.
Mm-hmm.
And then when actually this is yesterday, this huge drop. So I was noticing Tide. No, it was Monday, I think, when you left it up. When you left Tide up on Monday. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You notice it was Tide looked ugly, ugly, ugly. By the time we got to close, Tide had flipped, and it was like you could just see it, and it was slow motion.
Yeah. Well.
And it was like, wow. I mean, it wasn't enough. It wasn't like a drastic move, but it just creeped. Puts were creeping down, calls were creeping up.
Yeah.
And I think 250 at close, they crossed. I'm like, well, look at this. And then we hit that pop. Like, wow, this is something.
Yeah, I mean, this is right. There's fundamentals, there's technicals, and there's mechanicals. And Tide is the mechanicals. It's all that option money coming through, and it is enough to push the market where it wants to see. So you're seeing calls dropping.
Options control the market. Options control the market. There's no doubt. So whether you're that is just, I mean, wow, this is huge. I'm glad I took my profit when I did.
I am too.
On everything. I mean, I was on the other boys over here. I took it long and made 300 something more bucks per account. Like,
was your candle by candle for a 10-minute? A little crackhead. That is nasty.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I cannot believe this. We need to protest. TopstepX does not have 10-minute candles.
What? It's 15. Yeah, you got it in 15 too if you want it.
That is actually well. Now we're going.
I think that's about the signal for call today.
Yes. Everybody, thank you so much for joining today. We have had the last couple of days have flown by. I don't know if it's because we've talked more, we've hadn't traded as much, we traded some, had fun. I don't know what it is, but it's flown by, and that's because you guys are here and you talking with us. It makes it a lot better. So definitely, please continue the comments on there. It is wonderful. It helps us out tremendously. It keeps the day moving. So I just want to thank you and kudos off to you guys for joining on the discussion today. So Roy, you got anything left to add? Tomorrow's Thursday. We got Roy's losses of the week.
Yeah, we've got that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already for today's video and also for the channel.
Turn them notifications on.
Yeah, do all that fun stuff. We have Tesla earnings after hours today, so please be cautious. Any swings, obviously, you're going to be that's going to kind of be a tip of the cap of what to expect for the earnings next week if we get some momentum or not. Yeah, be cautious. If you're green for the day, not a bad time to stop. I just locked one of my accounts. I was green, XFA up $70. Didn't hit my $200 target, but not gonna go red because I locked it.
Good job. Good job.
Good day all around, guys. And echoing what MC said, we appreciate it. We love chatting with you guys. We love the support. We're going to continue to grow together, not just the channel, but our accounts. So let's do this together. Let's keep having fun, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. See you.